Tati Westbrook was once known as one of the least problematic faces in our beauty space until she got caught up in all of the drama. So much drama. It was a lot of drama, okay? So much that I believe, in my opinion, it was the biggest drama in the beauty space that we have ever seen. It made it deep into mainstream news where people were asking, who is Tati Westbrook? It was a lot. But since then, Tati's kind of kept quiet, stayed in her own lane, kept in her little corner, and we haven't really heard much about the drama that happened way back in 2020. Well, Tati released a video this past week talking about some of the things that happened to her, not during all of the stuff that made mainstream media, but right afterward, that really impacted her life. Today in What's Up in Makeup, we're going to talk about Tati's video and give a little bit of background, because one thing that Tati didn't do in that video, which she, to be fair, probably couldn't do, was tell the history of what the world she was talking about. So we're gonna go all into that and what that means for what Tati said in the actual video. I'm gonna do the timeline, cause that's what I do. After that, we are gonna be talking about a celebrity beauty brand that launched really not that long ago that seems to be in some serious trouble. And after that, we have some sad news for a very popular drugstore makeup location here in the US. It is not looking good for them either. I have all of the details of that, plus all of the products that released this week, including e.l.f.'s collab with Jennifer Coolidge. That is something else. I can't wait to share it with you, so hang tight. We're jumping into it right now. Before we get started with What's Up in Makeup this week, I do want to take a moment to thank this week's sponsor. And this week's sponsor is one that is very, very close to my heart because I do know the owner of this company personally. She is one of my absolute favorite people from our local farmers markets. If you do not know, if you were not aware, I do sell marshmallows at local farmers markets. I have a little company called Mad Marshmallows. I can only sell within my state, but I've worked together with my friend Tiffany from the candle company Coco and Soy to bring you a taste, a not literal taste, but a taste of Mad Marshmallows into your home. I can't wait to share with you. I'm so excited. This, my friend, this is the Mad Marshmallows candle. The scent of this is toasted marshmallow and campfire, and you can purchase this right now over at cocoandsoy.com. All of the links, of course, will be down below. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't remember exactly which live stream we talked about this in, but there was a live stream and we were talking about different merch things that I could do. We were talking about t-shirts, and one of the things that was very highly requested was another candle collab. I have done a candle collab in the past with a different company, but Tiffany has my freaking heart. So I went up to her at the market and I said, what would you think about doing a collab? And she got really excited and she said, I have been working on a toasted marshmallow and campfire candle. Maybe we could do something with that. And I was like, yes, this is perfect. It was like everything just kind of fell into place. So here it is. I'm going to go ahead and show you the label right up close. That is the Mad Marshmallows collab candle. But Tiffany did mention me. She's like, you know what? Your candle is part of your home decor. And maybe some people don't want the Mad Marshmallows logo as part of their home decor. So if you were interested in a different label that is a little bit more Coco and Soy, then you can get her designed label for the toasted campfire marshmallow. It is the exact same scent, just with a different label. Just a little bit about Coco and Soy as a company. It is a Black woman-owned small business founded in November of 2018. They are about to turn 5. Congratulations to them. All of their products are handcrafted and hand poured. Their clean home fragrance products are made from a natural premium coconut and soy wax blend, helping their candles to burn clean and even. Their oils include essential oils, and the cotton wicks are made from 100% cotton. Of course, the the fall candles are what's hot right now, but they do have over 40 scents over there. And one of the things that I really love about Coco and Soy is the complexity of the scent. So like, for example, the Toasted Campfire Marshmallow one, you definitely get the scent of marshmallow up front, but when you burn it, you really get a little bit of that smokiness to it. You can tell that it's not just marshmallow, it is marshmallow campfire. It smells like a freshly roasting marshmallow. Beyond that, there is apple cider donut, and I have the description from her website here. It is a delicious mouth-watering blend of freshly fried donut rings infused with a hint of warm apple cider topped with cinnamon sugar. Then we have pumpkin pie. That is this one. Pumpkin pie is spice, creamy whipped vanilla and blended with pumpkin, nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove. Then we have Hello Fall, which is this little guy right here. It brings an uplifting citrus approach to the ambiance of fall with vibrant notes of orange spice, apple, cinnamon, and peppercorn. This one really brings the uniqueness that Tiffany is the only one that I know that can bring that kind of scent. It smells exactly like the description. You really smell those warm fall citrusy notes along with the apple. It's extremely complex and absolutely beautiful. Then there is Warm and Cozy. This one has more of an outdoorsy kind of scent. So if that's your jam, this is going to be the one for you. It's the sweetness of apple and berries combined with autumn leaves and cedar base notes. Now I don't have this one, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen for you. It is the cinnamon French toast scent, cinnamon, vanilla, warm buttery baked bread, and nutmeg. She does have lovely bundles of all of the fall scents that will give you a little bit of a discount. So you can get all 6 wax melts, you can get all 6 tins, or you can get all 6 of the single wick jars. She does have individual double wick jars as well. My candle is not available in the double wick jar, but the rest of them are. But of course, like I said, if you're not into the fall scents, there is winter scents coming, so keep your eye out on their website for those. But if you're not into those, they have ones like So Fresh and So Clean. There's one called Tobacco and Teakwood that smells amazing if you like those kinds of scents. But my son's favorite is the one that I wanted to recommend to you. It is called Melon and Poppin'. The notes on this are ripe pineapple, orange, apples, and strawberries combined with a splash of rum and creamy coconut. She also has candles with really fun names like Netflix and Chill and Black Excellence and Sweet Tea. Because this is a collab, Tiffany was kind enough to give us some discounts. So she does have a 2 candle bundle, the 2 single wick bundle. That's going to be $45, or you can choose 4 of these for $45. Free shipping is available on orders of $75 or more. Tiffany is only able to ship within the US at this time. She expects processing times to be about 7 to 10 days, but I know y'all. I've done this with you before. We've been through this before together. So just know that she is one woman with children pouring all of these candles, so it may take a little while for your order to ship. I remember when we did this with the other candle companies, because y'all hit it so hard, it took about a month for some people to get your orders. So if you are interested, I definitely recommend, if this is early to upload, jump on it now and get in the queue, because the people who order first, your orders are going to go out first. So if for some reason something happens to the website, or you have any questions about your order and how long it's going to take to ship, you can always email Tiffany and she will give you an estimated time. But again, she estimated 7 to 10 days for shipping. So thank you so much to Coco and Soy for collaborating with me on this lovely candle. And I just want to tell you that this is just such an honor for me. Like, you know how when you meet somebody and you know that they're just a really good person, that's Tiffany. That's her. And I wish her nothing. I'm like getting all like boo about it. I just wish her nothing but the best. So go over and check it out. I'm going to get myself together and we'll be back with the news. All right, let's get into this Tati stuff. So in her video, if you didn't watch it, or even if you did, what she talked about was lawsuits mostly. She says that she has been sued by the same person 4 times in the past 3 years. And those 4 lawsuits were in 4 different states.
Because I have now, in the past 3 years, I have been sued by the same person in 4 states.
3 out of the 4 of those lawsuits had been dismissed, but the 4th lawsuit, the one that she hopes will be the final lawsuit, is taking place right now. They're in the middle of it. That when the video goes live, she is going to be in Nevada being deposed. So giving her statements about all of the things and all of the stuff. In the video, she explains how stressful it's been since the first one was filed in October of 2020.
I never anticipated being in litigation like this, especially with someone that I knew, and it definitely has taken a toll on me. I like to kind of give it my best, like, no, I'm strong, I can do it, and like, this isn't hurting me ever. But the reality is that this has been really stressful, and it has affected me. I mean, I'm sure it's affected everyone.
But she was really looking forward to this final court case going to trial in February of 2024. But one thing that Tati does not do in this video is tell you what the heck she's talking about. What's the history of it? What lawsuits is she talking about, and why are they happening? So I figured I would take this time in What's Up in Makeup to tell you the news, to tell you what happened and how we got up to this point. Because the lawsuit that you may be thinking of, if you remember all of this, is not the lawsuit that she's dealing with now. To Tati's credit, to be clear, chances are she probably couldn't say all of the history and all of the things because she has to be really careful what she talks about, so she's probably safe not talking about it. Therefore, what I shall do is talk about it. So the first thing you need to know is that this person, at least it seems like it's this person, I can't imagine anybody else it could be, that has sued her 4 times, is a man named Clark Swanson. Clark Swanson was her business partner, her and her husband James. He had helped Tati start Ulta Beauty, which is her vitamin company. The first lawsuit that he filed back in October of 2020, it was really bad timing because just 4 months before was when Tati was in all of the drama with the Bye Sister video and the videos back and forth and the sugar bear hair and all this. If you don't know that story, I'm not going to get into all that today because that's a whole nother 20-minute video. But if you look up Tati Westbrook Bye Sister, it'll tell you all the things. And there are a bazillion videos on it. But what you need to know is that that particular lawsuit from October of 2020, in that Tati and James were sued for alleged fraud, negligence, and breach of fiduciary duty. And of course, I don't know what fiduciary duty means. So I had to look it up. Maybe you already know. I did not know. So essentially, what it means is that he trusted them to run the business in the best interests of everybody, aka him, and he felt like that they ran the business in their own interests and didn't look out for him or anyone else that may have been invested, but I think he might have been the only investor, maybe. I don't know.
We were having problems getting along. There was some tension. People were not getting along. And I had a desire to just keep the company moving forward and grow the company, and everyone would still have ownership and be paid. But clearly, we could not all work together. And there's more detail on that as far as why I felt that way so intensely, but that's for another time. So there was talk of like, how can we make this work? And then we got served with the complaint, which had so much in it that was just like, oh my gosh, like what? Like so sideswiped. I had no idea anything like this could ever happen. It was really one of the biggest punches to the gut that I have ever experienced in my life. And it was filed in California, and no one lived in California. Like, no one lived in California. The company isn't based in California. The employees don't live in California. I didn't live in California at the time. I'd already moved. He didn't live in California at the time. So it was like, why is this being filed in California? This is super weird. And because this was during COVID, the hearing date to see if the case would move forward or not was like a year-long wait. So I just kind of had to sit on my hands and be like, oh my gosh, everybody's speculating about everything. I can't comment on this. I have to just deal with it, like with everything hanging out there and wait. And so we did.
Branching out of this suit was another lawsuit that Clark was involved in, that it was actually Tati and James suing a YouTuber named Katie Joy Paulson. She has a YouTube channel called Without a Crystal Ball. According to the complaint, starting in May of 2019, they said Katie Joy had uploaded to YouTube and Twitter dozens of videos targeting the Westbrooks and Halo Beauty designed to ruin Miss Westbrook's good name and reputation. Tati and James sued Katie for $5 million in damages. After the lawsuit against Katie Joy was dismissed in March of 2021, Katie Joy uploaded a video. I'm going to put a clip of that in here now because it explains kind of what happens, and I think she summarizes it really well. I mean, it was her life, so it makes sense she would summarize it really well.
I'm so happy to announce that a settlement has been reached as to all of the claims between myself and Tati and James Westbrook. So through talking with one another in the mediation, I was able to share with the Westbrooks that as part of my defense, some of the certain statements that I had made that they had found to be disparaging had actually come from various sources. In the mediation, I also learned that I learned information from them that actually led me to believe that several of these sources had manipulated me into publishing disparaging statements about the Westbrooks for their own purposes and to otherwise cause harm to the Westbrooks. Starting over a year ago, one of these sources in particular had repeatedly contacted me totally unsolicited and provided me over the course of several months with disparaging information about the Westbrooks and their various businesses. It's now my opinion that this person contacted me for the purpose of feeding me and manipulating me into publishing disparaging statements about the Westbrooks to cause them harm. This source then sued the Westbrooks and asked me to break the story about his lawsuit. This source is the Westbrooks business partner in Halo Beauty, Clark Swanson. As a result of having the ability to speak with the other side and to better develop an understanding of what has happened, I have agreed to provide whatever information and physical evidence I have to the Westbrooks about my communications with the sources that provided me with such disparaging information and to cooperate in the Westbrooks' efforts to address some of the damage caused by the dissemination of such disparaging information.
So the information that Katie says Clark fed to her was basically all of his grievances against Tati and James, but Katie presented them as fact because Clark presented them to her as fact. In that information that he provided to Katie Joy, Clark had claimed that the Westbrooks had initially had a 50-50 split for Halo Beauty, but when Tati Beauty, which was her makeup line, was about to launch, Clark said that the Westbrooks wanted to give him a deal to lower the split from 50-50 to 75-25. And in that, he would lose 25% from Halo Beauty, but he would gain 25% in Tati Beauty. That would make him have 25% of all of Tati's businesses. I was reading this and I'm actually kind of confused as to what Clark says happened next. It just didn't make sense to me, but it seems like the short of it was that Clark felt the Westbrooks cut him out of a lot of money, including the money from Tati's first launch, the Textured Neutrals Volume 1, that everyone lost their freaking minds over because it was so good. Supposedly, that made $16 million, just that one palette alone, and that they cut him out of it completely. So as a response, the Westbrooks filed a 188-page document with all of the receipts counteracting everything that Clark had said. This included screenshots, photos, emails, everything that they had to back up that Clark was full of shit, basically. At the time, the Westbrooks said that the reason why they were trying to cut him out is because he wasn't freaking working. He wasn't doing the things that he had said he was going to do and was just sitting on his butt collecting the money. They also said beyond that he wasn't, this is the quote, performing his responsibilities, he also paid himself $200,000 of his investment. He took it back out of the company and didn't tell them that he did that. So that lawsuit was still going on, the October 2021, but the Katie Joy one had been settled. And then in November, Tati beauty fans everywhere got the sad news that Tati was closing down her beauty brand. She cited both the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic as well as the financial strain of the lawsuits for the reason why Tati Beauty was shutting down. Then just 1 month after Tati Beauty closed down, the October 2020 lawsuit, the one that we've been talking about this whole time, concluded, and it was found in favor of the Westbrooks. So this October 2020 lawsuit is the one that I think a lot of us associate with Clark Swanson and all of the drama and everything that was happening. We think of this lawsuit. So this is the lawsuit that was filed in California that Tati was talking about in her video. That's the one. That's not the one she's dealing with right now. The one she's dealing with right now is the one that's based in Nevada. The other two lawsuits that were dismissed were one in Washington that he filed against Tati for defamation because I think that the way she described it, from what I can understand, it was because of the video she had made talking about the lawsuits. He filed a defamation suit against her. That got dismissed. And then there was another one that was filed in Texas. I don't know what that one was. I couldn't find any information on it, but that one was dismissed as well. And now we're left with this Nevada one. Why is it Nevada? Well, this is where Halo Beauty is registered, is in the state of Nevada. So that makes sense. It would take place there. And I looked, my friend. I looked and I looked and I looked and I tried to find information on this freaking Nevada lawsuit and I couldn't figure out what it was about. I did reach out to Tati for comments, but understandably, she didn't get back to me, but I did try. I did put my best effort in and try. But what I was able to find is that there is another lawsuit going on, and this one was filed by Halo Beauty Partners against Clark Swanson in July of 2021, and it's a contract business lawsuit that is still ongoing. It does take place in the state of Nevada, but it doesn't match up with what Tati was saying. She was saying that this was one that Clark was suing her, not one that she was suing Clark. So I'm not sure if this is a fifth lawsuit. In Tati's video, she stressed how important it was for her to be done with all of this, that she was ready to move on with her life, that she was so tired of it and it was just exhausting, and she just is ready for all of this to be done. So I do hope that Tati is able to wrap all of this up soon so she can fully move on. I will definitely keep an eye out for you with the resources that I have. If Tati gives me any information, anything that I can share when it comes to this topic, I will definitely keep you posted. Make sure you're subscribed so that you do not miss it. Do you remember when Brad Pitt launched his skincare line and everybody was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what? He admitted, he said he did not really pay much attention to skincare or something like that. I forget the exact quote. I'll put it on the screen of what Brad Pitt had said as far as his involvement in the beauty industry. But he created a skincare line. What you may not remember is there was a second celebrity that pretty much did the same thing, aka Jared Leto, aka Jordan Catalano, who he will always be to me. 32nd to Mars, maybe he is to you, or an actor from many other things. He had started 29 Palms, which was a skincare line. I believe there's hair care in there, body care, stuff like that. Back around almost the exact same time that Brad launched his line. It was like a couple months later. In a Vogue interview, Jared had told them, quote, "I've never been really interested in beauty products." And he was roasted massively for saying that. He did follow that though with, "But I'm interested in the idea of taking care of ourselves in the most natural way possible." So, like I said, he launched 29 Palms. It was 11 products named after the city in San Bernardino, California, which is the entrance to Joshua Tree National Park, or one of the entrances, I should say. Prices for the line range from $39 for the facial cleanser to $97 for the eye cream. Not as expensive as Brad's line, but still pretty pricey. I mean, $97 for an eye cream is a lot. But it does seem that 29 Palms is in some serious trouble and may not even exist anymore, possibly. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Jared has reportedly terminated his relationship with the brand's parent company, Mapillum Ltd. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It's got lots of vowels in there. Jared's rep stated, quote, "Jared Leto is proud of the creative team at 29 Palms and what they accomplished. However, many months ago, Leto terminated his relationship with the parent company, Mapillum Ltd., due to what he believes was a breach of contract and mismanagement by the brand operator. The 29 Palms Instagram page has not posted in about 7 months. And if you go to their website and you look at it, everything is listed as coming soon. Even the scarf, even the bougie scarf, it's $195 used circular chiffon, 29 Palms merch scarf. That one's listed as coming soon too. Everything is. You can't buy anything. So it is not looking good, my friend, for our Mr. Jared Leto. Not looking good when it comes to this. It looks like it's pretty much done. The other evidence of this is that the guy who owns this Mappalum Ltd, his name is Jonathan Caron. He states on his LinkedIn page that he stopped working for 29 Palms back in December of 2022. Like, not even that long after it launched. It was only 2 months after the line launched. He says he wasn't even working for them anymore. So I don't know. It looks bad though. If you wanted this line, I'm so sorry. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. I mean, anything can happen. We don't know. If I happen to see that this line is back, I will be sure to let you know. Another sad story. Man, this show is such a bummer, man. We have another sad story about a brand that is not doing well. Well, it's not a brand, it's a company, a drugstore. Namely, Rite Aid, which is a big U.S. drugstore where a lot of people buy makeup, among other things. Toothpaste, M&Ms, back cream, I don't know. All kinds of stuff. You can buy anything there. I was trying to think of something obscure. Back cream is what came to my head. I don't know. I was thinking like Icy Hot or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, apparently Rite Aid is negotiating a potential bankruptcy plan with creditors in the face of overwhelming debts and many federal lawsuits that I was not aware of. Reportedly under discussion are options such as liquidating the entire chain of over 2,100 drugstores and possibly closing 400 to 500 stores, with options to sell or permit creditors to assume control of the remaining operations. Rite Aid is currently drowning in $3.3 billion of debt and over 1,000 federal lawsuits that are alleging excessive opioid supply and unlawful prescription fulfillment. I was not expecting that. Like, I didn't know what it was, but I was not expecting that. But it is important to note that Rite Aid has asked to dismiss the lawsuit filed by the U.S. Justice Department, and they deny all wrongdoing. They're hoping that through the bankruptcy, they're going to be able to get out of some of the long-term leases that they have that are making them go further and further into debt. So that sounds very bad. That sounds very, very bad. If you know anything about this Rite Aid situation, I know a lot of you are very connected to things. I would love to know anything that you know about this situation to kind of add to the story for us. This is what I was able to find publicly. And of course, any developments, like I said in the last two stories, I will let you know. Now, this last top news story, I am honestly not sure how I feel about it because it is targeted at Gen Z. Of course, anybody of any generation may be able to appreciate this, but I do not feel I am the target audience for this. I don't know. Basically, Sephora has updated their Beauty Insider program to include a game. But it isn't really actually a game. It's posed as a game because you do challenges and you earn points. And you use those points for dollars off of your purchases at Sephora. This is how it breaks down. The first challenge is called Ready, Set, Sephora. It is completed after 4 tasks. Here are the 4 tasks. You need to check out with buy online, pick up in store. You need to sign up for Sephora text alerts. You need to add samples at online checkout. And then you need to try Sephora's in-store shade matching tool called Color IQ. For each one of those you complete, you get 100 points. If you complete all 4, then you get 500 points. Those 500 points are good for $10 off of your next purchase at Sephora. But if you don't want to use them for that, you can also use them for other things in their little point shop. The Ready, Set, Sephora deadline is December 22nd. So that is when all the points will be awarded depending on how many steps you were able to do. If you aren't familiar with Sephora's reward system, the way it usually works is for every dollar that you spend, you get a reward point. So this is like $500 worth of points for completing those tasks. But I feel like the issue that you may be seeing, maybe that I'm seeing, is that Sephora's point system kind of sucks. Yes, $10 is great to have to spend towards Sephora purchases, but if you think about the amount of time that you would spend completing all 4 of these tasks and the money you would have to spend because you're adding samples online at checkout. So that is going to have to make you purchase something in order to get those samples. So you're going to be out some money that's going to take away from your $10. You see what I'm saying? It's a very interesting way for Sephora to encourage customers to try out some of the programs that they have, really fall in love with them, really enjoy them, and then continue to use them. They're probably seeing these programs are underutilized and they want to make sure that customers know about them. So they're promoting them through a game. I think that's great promotion. It's harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody, but I can't say I'm pumped about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I do think it's creative, and I will give their team very much credit for that. Welcome, my friend, to the product report. We're going to talk about everything that was launched this week, all of the gift sets and everything, along with some brand new products. I do want to mention as a disclaimer that any links down below may be affiliate links. I may earn a small commission if you click on the link and purchase something. If you choose to do that, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you oh so very much. All right, let's go ahead and jump into Fenty Beauty expanding into Ulta at Target. This is starting today, and they are calling it a streamlined, accessible, and specially curated product assortment. It is called Fenty Snacks. Which they come up with the cutest freaking names. It's absolutely adorable. It's basically just mini sets of some of the Fenty Beauty stuff. So in a press release about Fenty Snacks, Rihanna said, quote, "The goal has always been to bring Fenty Beauty to as many people as possible. I'm excited to introduce the Fenty Snacks and give Ulta Beauty at Target guests a new way to experience our brand." There are 7 mini sets altogether, including mini gloss bombs, kilowatt highlighters, stunna lip paints, and mini matchsticks, contour and shimmer sticks. Prices range from $19 to $39. And what got me about that is I was like, is that accessible? Is that considered accessible? Unless your definition of accessible is just making them be available in a new location, making them more accessible to people that may not have an Ulta, may not want to shop online and want to go into Target to see them. So that makes it more accessible in that way, but I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more accessible price-wise. Like maybe sell, one little mini gloss bomb for like $10 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how nice would it be to have just one item for $5 to $10 so people can get like a taste of what their primer is like or whatever. Of course, the mini sets do give people the opportunity to try a bunch of her products without having to buy full sizes, but I still don't think the price point of $19 to $39 is accessible for a lot of people. But Fenty is a more high-end brand. It makes sense. I love this next one because, a lot of people fell in love with Jennifer Coolidge from The White Lotus. I have not seen The White Lotus yet. I need to make it a point to watch it because I've heard it's absolutely phenomenal. I've heard Jennifer Coolidge is wonderful in it. After Jennifer was in that, of course, brands were clamoring to have her be spokespeople for their products, and e.l.f. scooped her up for a Super Bowl ad, and that Super Bowl ad was pretty popular. People were excited about it. I mean, it was funny. It was for their Power Grip primer, and it was really cute. I'm assuming because of that positive reception, that is why she now has a collab with e.l.f. It is called Dirty Pillows. It was inspired, supposedly, by an outtake from the Super Bowl commercial shoot where Jennifer was asked what she would name her own lipstick if given the chance, and jokingly, she said Dirty Pillows or Swollen, and then e.l.f. decided to make that happen. The e.l.f. and Jennifer Coolidge Dirty Pillows lip kit is $25, and it includes the Oak Face satin lipstick in the shade Dirty Pillows, lip plumping gloss in the shade Swollen, and the Cream Glide lip liner in the shade Fill Frontal. There is also a Lips Are the Mirror to Your Soul mirror. Now, of course, I went over there. I went to go check it out to get you a link, and it is sold out. However, they do say you can sign up for information about a restock for this. I think what I absolutely love about this, that shouldn't be something that stood out, but it absolutely was. It's the fact that there is a woman over 60 promoting for a mainstream brand and absolutely crushing it, and it just makes my heart so happy. Some other popular launches around the interwebs this week were the Glam Light and Ghostface collab. We finally have the visual on what these look like. I think the palette looks kind of cute, honestly, for what it is. You have to, it's the color story of Ghostface. I don't know what people were expecting. People seem to be really pissed about this, but I don't see, like, what else would it be? Like, are they gonna put a neon pink in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Or like a green, like, why would we put green, unless it was like because he was murdering somebody out in the woods. I don't know, but the color story makes sense, and I like the prints in the palette and everything is cute. Then ColourPop is releasing another Sailor Moon collection. I know nothing about Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, I know, is a Manny MUA thing. I know nothing other than I recognize who she is. That's as far as I go. I know nothing about the collection. There's also supposedly a collab with Melt and Halloween Town. Can you believe I have never seen Halloween Town? I was a little bit too old for that. I'm like just over that millennial cusp of people. I'm like at the cusp of Gen X and millennials. So like I miss the Halloween Town hype. I know that it's a big thing. I really should watch it with my kids this Halloween. Maybe they're a little old for it too. I don't know. They're 15 and 13. They'll probably like it, don't you think? Next up, we have Alamar and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I love this collab so much, so much. There is a movie that was created about the story of the creation of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but I want to warn you. It's a great movie. I really enjoyed it, but supposedly it's based on a book, but the book supposedly is a complete lie, which made me so sad. I was reading that even though this guy did work for the company and he did help market for the company for Frito-Lay, he did not invent hot Cheetos. It was actually invented by a woman. So it really made me sad that it wasn't an actual true story, that he had made up a lot of the details. But it is a good movie if you happen to come across it. I know that's not makeup related, but I do think this is a really, really cool collab, and I'm very excited for Alamar. They make really great products. And then the last collab that I saw is the Revolution and It collection. I had to look away from this. This movie absolutely freaking terrifies me. I cannot watch it. My son was going around because they watched it last Halloween, doing the You'll Float 2 thing, and I had to tell him to stop because it was bothering me. So I couldn't even look at this. Like, I'm going to have to edit this photo in, and I'm not happy about it. Let's get rid of it. Let's move on to something a little bit happier. We have two indie brands that launch products that are not collabs. We have the Terra Moon's 12 highlighters in a variety of finishes. $12 without the compact, $14.50 with the compact. It does look like after launch they did all sell out. I think that these are a permanent product though, so keep your eye out on their Instagram for a restock. There's also from Half Caked Makeup, the Night Show Liquid Shadows. Those do come in 5 shades. They're $12 each or $50 for the bundle of 5. Now let's go over and pop over to Sephora. Now we have mostly gift sets, but I do have 2 things I want to share with you before we get to the gift sets. So we have the LYS Secure Brow Gel, $16. It's a freaking clear brow gel. Doesn't look like any, they're just kind of fleshing out their line, I guess. It doesn't look like there's anything magical about it. It's a clear brow gel from LYS with some pretty cute packaging. Then we have the Patrick Ta Make It Major Multi-Dimensional Glitter Eye Topper. There are 2 shade choices. They're $28 each. Also, I feel like this is going to get lost in the shuffle and is more of like a filler product, like just to fill out their line so that they have more offerings in their line. Now let's talk gift sets, okay? Gift sets at Sephora. We have from Summer Fridays, the Lip Butter Balm Set. It's a limited edition set of 3 full-size lip butter balms, $49. In that set, you will get cherry, vanilla, and iced coffee as your flavors. They also released a brand new flavor to their permanent line. It's $24 and it is in the flavor Sweet Mint. Benefit released their advent calendar over at Sephora. It's the All I Want Beauty Advent Calendar Value Set. It is $149. They say that it is a $329 value. You do get 12 products in all. It does look like most of them are mini, but it does look like there's also a few full size in there. I wasn't gonna go through all 24 products and identify which ones were full size and which ones were minis. I just did not have the time to do that. I'm so sorry, but you can kind of tell from the picture a little bit, but I will break it down for you as far as what is in here. So let's start with the mascaras. There's a Roller Lash, there's a They're Real Magnet, Bag Gal Bang, and a Fan Fest, all of those mascaras. I look like one of them, I think was the Roller Lash, was full size. Then we have for brows, the Gimme Brow, the 24-hour brow setter, and the Precisely My Brow Pencil. For the face, there's the Professional Primer, Professional Light Primer, and the Professional Super Setter. For cheeks, there's the Benetint, the Splash Tint, the Hoola Bronzer, and then blushes in Willa, Shelly, Krista, and Tara. There's also a face brush. And then for skincare, you have the Professional Good Cleanup Cleanser, the Professional Deep Retreat, and the Tight and Toned. Moving on to Milk Makeup, they have 3 sets I want to share with you. The Lip and Cheek MVP's Cream Blush Stick Set, 2 color choices, $25. These are both full-size products. Then there are 2 primer gift sets, $40 each. There's a Hydro Grip Primer plus Dewy Setting Spray and the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer plus Setting Spray Makeup Set. One Size by Patrick Starr Fantasy on Point, 2 products in this kit. The Point Made Eyeliner and Fantasize Mascara Kit, $29. It is a full size of the eyeliner and a small size of the mascara. From Fenty, some of the gift sets that we were talking about that were over at Ulta are now over at Sephora. So we've already talked about all of these. The Gloss Bomb Vault Full Size Universal Lip Luminizer 10-piece set, the Glossy Posse Volume 6 full-size Gloss Bomb Trio, the Prime and Set Essentials Instant Mattifying Set, and the Gloss Bomb Crystal Holographic Lip Luminizer. The ornament is so cute, and supposedly this is a new formula, which I didn't realize last week, that this is the first time that they've used this holographic formula in their lip glosses. One thing that is always big every year at Sephora for their gift sets are the luxury lipstick sets. So right now, the ones that launched this week were the YSL 10-piece lipstick showroom vault. They're $295 for the vault. You get glossy high shine satin and matte finishes. From Armani, there's the Lip Power Matte Long Lasting Lipstick Duo holiday set. $69. You do get 2 full-size lipstick and a cute little purse / carrying case thing. What's weird though is on the listing, they don't even mention the carrying case / purse thing like at all, but it's prominent in the photo. So I'm assuming that you get the little purse, but it's just not mentioned anywhere, which is really, really weird. And then from Givenchy, we have the Mini LaRouge Interdite Intense Silk Limited Edition lip set, $55. You get the satin matte lipstick formula there. If you are a fan of Clinique, we have 2 gift sets that are new this week. The Cult Classic Lip Duo Set, 2 Almost Lipstick Balm Glosses in Black Honey and Pink Honey, $15. They don't use the words on the site full size or deluxe size, but based on the grams of product, these are deluxe sizes, and there is one review that's kind of roasting that, saying that they're too small. But the thing is if they're both like a little bit more than half of a full size. So if you put them together, you have more than a full size. And a full-size lipstick is $24. So if you're getting 2 half sizes for $15 and 1 full size is $24, that seems like a pretty good deal to me if you're trying to try out the Clinique lip formula. Beyond that, there's also the Makeup Must-Have set. It's $30. There's a highlighter, an almost lipstick in Black Honey, mascara and eyeliner, and a makeup remover. And from the price on this, it looks like these are probably deluxe sizes too. Sephora Collection went nuts with their holiday sets this week. All of them. Probably not all of them. We'll probably get more knowing Sephora. But prices range for these gift sets from $5 to $49. There are so many of them, but I broke them down by category. So starting off with the lip ones, there's the Cream Lip Stain Set, the Lip Gloss Ornament Ball. Oh my gosh, is this thing cute or what? So adorable. The #Lip Stories lipstick set. There is one review that is just 1 star and it irritated me so much. It says 1 star is just because you could have put swatches so we could see the colors. Really? That was not helpful, person. Then there's also the Outrageous Intense Lip Plumper set and the Matte and Satin Lipstick Duo. For eyes, there's the 8-pan eyeshadow palette, a 16-pan eyeshadow palette, and a mini blockbuster multi-use makeup palette. And of course, they have the regular size advent calendar. We talked about the premium one last week. Now they're launching the regular one. So this is the regular advent calendar. They also have the after advent calendar. That's another one that's available. I did notice that the premium one is sold out. So if you were looking for an advent calendar from Sephora, these are the ones that you got left. A very interesting choice by Charlotte Tilbury. So I went over and I was looking through the products, and all of her products that she launched this week for Sephora they're all listed as in-store only. Prices range from $29 to $210. We have the Mini Hollywood Blush and Glow palette in 2 colorways, the Pillow Talk On The Go set, Iconic Mini Lip Trio, and the Beautyverse palette, Christmas 2023. And then finally, of course, the Lucky Chest of Beauty Secrets. That's the $210 one. There are 2 products that are coming on October 3rd. Individual products we have from Westman Atelier, the I Want You Lengthening Plus Volumizing Clean Mascara in black or brown, $45 each, and the Caliray Big Swell Hydrating Lip Plumper Gloss for $24. Description on this: hydrating lip plumper that delivers 40% fuller looking lips. 40%, that's a lot. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. 40%? I don't know if I want 40%. My lips would be like, think about it. That's a lot. That's a lot of lip. Goodness. 40% fuller looking lips with a subtle tingle and goes on clear with illuminating iridescence and high glassy shine. I'm hoping that they don't mean what I think that means on that one. All right, we need to move on. Sephora and Ulta, the Hourglass products launched at both places, and I have seen some reviews popping up. I'm pretty sure Teresa's Dead reviewed these. These are the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palettes. They're $90 each. There's 3 different color choices. I'm pretty sure these were available on Hourglass's website, and now they're just coming to Sephora. There's the Leopard Snake or Jellyfish design on these with different shades inside. The quote on this for the description is, this palette includes 5 best-selling shades, 1 finishing powder, 2 blushes, 1 bronzer, and 1 highlighter, along with 1 brand new shade of blush to diffuse, enhance, and add glow to the complexion. Hourglass will donate 5% of annual profits from this collection to the Non-Human Rights Project. And then to go along with it, they have a brush. This is the Veil Travel Powder Brush. It's $54. It's limited edition. It is a travel size powder brush for $54. Oh my gosh. The snake design is cute. It matches the palette. But $54 for a travel brush? Oh my goodness. Damn, that seems like a lot. 3 brands with big launches over at Ulta. The first one is a new brand that hits Ulta's website and in stores today. It is Spanish fashion designer Paco Rabanne, and there are 14 products all together. Prices range from $15 to $38 each. There's a mascara primer, a mascara top coat, liquid highlighter, a 2-pan palette, a 4-pan palette, liquid eyeshadow in either matte, metallic, or pearly finishes, a matte lipstick, a metallic lipstick, a face and body glitter spray, and a multi-use powder. And I thought it was interesting that it's $15 to $38, because usually fashion designers, when you think about, the big fashion houses, the prices are just astronomical. So it is nice to see that they are more moderately priced. The one people are losing their minds over is MAC Holiday. It's gorgeous. I have to say, it's really pretty. $25 to $220 for the items. There are 19 gift sets and products available. I just picked a few of them that I thought looked cool. So there's an extra dimension skin finish that's really pretty for the holidays. Gorgeous. There's the Thermostatus bestsellers. You get a MAC Stack mascara, a Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Slim Stick, and a Fix Plus. There's also the Luster Light Mini Lipstick Trio, Lips by the Dozen Mini Powder Kiss Lipstick times 12, and then of course the Frosted Frenzy Advent calendar with so much stuff in it. All of the stuff. It's lots of things. Of course, that's the $220 one. And finally, let's move over to Bobbi Brown, the last brand that has launched a bunch of stuff this week. Gift sets are $30 to $180. A Tint of Glam Extra Lip Tint Duo, the Disco Drama Eyeshadow Palette, the City Stroll Mini Longwear Cream Shadow Stick Set, the Eyes All Aglow Longwear Cream Shadow Stick Set, and the 12 Days of Glow Advent Calendar. Can you guess? Yeah, that one's the one that's $180. All right, my friend, PR purchased product of the week. I have 2 things that I want to share with you that I have not yet. This is the Secret Grove palette by Gourmand Girls. They did send this over in PR. This is the first time that I have used it. It is beautiful. This color story is absolutely terrifying for me. The bright colors and how do you use them and how do you put the pink with the green? Like, how does this all work? I managed to stay a little bit in my comfort zone with that. I used the matte greens and of course a little bit of this guy right here. And then on my lid today, I have Bewitching and Euphoric. I'm going to swatch these for you. First of all, I want to let you know that they are very flaky. See, like I've got chunks falling off. You just have to be really careful touching into this because they are so soft. And then this one isn't quite as soft, but you still need to be really careful with it. Just to show you these two, like, oh my gosh, like what is even happening? I'll swatch a few of the mattes for you as well. Let's do the light green and let's do the bright red, which I haven't used and I'm terrified of. And then let's do the burgundy shade so you can see. Like, what? Are you serious? Like, if this is calling to you, like these colors, like, are you serious right now? Like, what? And like I said, that's what's glowing on my lid today. Like, I'm glowing. I'm absolutely glowing. Like, what? Can't get it off. I'm gonna be glowing the rest of the evening. Okay. I also wanted to mention I use this Kaleidos lip gloss. Look at this packaging. Look how beautiful that is. I am just covered in red everywhere. Just ignore me. Try to focus on the beautiful packaging because it's beautiful. I will swatch this for you. This is in the shade Last Smoke and it is beautiful. I did want to get a little bit more color on my lips, so I used that as a base and then I mix a couple of these together because that's what I do. I put the shade Penumbra all over my lips. And then I added a little bit of the shade Academia to just kind of lighten it up a little bit because this was real intense on its own as a lipstick mixed with this. So it ended up working out really well. I really like how it all mixed together. And then if you were curious what's on my cheeks, this was set in PR as well as part of the Alice in Wonderland and Sigma collection. This is the blush and highlighter that I'm wearing today. I hope that this is still available. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Notable sales this week we have from Kosas 20% off site-wide, Laura Geller 50% off of value sets using code V50, 25% off at Urban Decay if you sign up at their site. Makeup Geek is having their final mystery boxes going out. The light medium is currently sold out, but the caramel deep one, as I was filming, was still available. Hopefully it still is. $48 for the mystery box. Marlena said that her team went through everything and looked at when things were expiring, and she said this stuff is still very much good. So this is the very last crack at the Makeup Geek products. As you know, they did stop producing products, but they have still had their website open until their stock ran out. The $48 box does have a $200 value. And then of course, finally, we have the Ulta Gorgeous Hair event. It does start today. It is the 21 days of beauty for hair stuff over at Ulta, so you get 50% off select deals every day. It starts today and runs through October 21st. And that, my friend, was what's up in makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you with my entire soul. Our chat today is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be hanging out, talking about makeup, talking about things happening in the community. If you would like to join us live, I would love to have you there. But if you cannot be there for one reason or another, it is no problem at all. It is wonderful to listen to or watch on the replay. If you are subscribed, it should just be hanging out in your subscription feed. If you are not subscribed, subscribe now because you've probably watched a couple of my videos at this point. So why are you waiting? Just hit the subscribe button because that way you don't miss anything. My stuff's always going to be in your subscription feed. But if you don't want to subscribe, I get that too. I don't know why you don't want to subscribe, but if that's your choice, all right? You have that right. You can go to my channel page. You can click on where my videos say live. There's like a little tab that says live. All my live streams are housed there, or there's a final option. There is a What's Up in Makeup live stream podcast. It is linked under every episode of What's Up in Makeup. You can go over there and it will show up in your YouTube music feed if you subscribe to the podcast, or you can just listen to it without subscribing. That's fine too. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up before you go. But if you do not want to go, I do not want to make you go. You can totally stay. YouTube should be recommending a couple of videos for you over here to watch, including last week's episode of What's Up in Makeup. If you missed it, YouTube should be picking the top one for you based on your viewing history. But if you do need to go, because you got stuff to do, it is no problem at all. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. And I'd love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!